Hey everyone, it's Otto. Welcome back to the Story World Survival series. We have been up to all kinds of fun stuff. We've been doing a lot of building, a lot of basement maintenance, and we have completed some good projects over the last couple episodes. I'm feeling so good. I honestly have never committed this hard to a single player world since the game first started. When I first started playing Minecraft, I would only play single player, and I had a bunch of worlds that excuse me, I had a bunch of worlds that I put a ton of time into. Of course, they never looked this good because I wasn't that adept at building yet, but then I started playing on servers, and that's basically where I did all my building. And it was always kind of a self-defeating prophecy because you'd end up building all this stuff, and then the server would go down for some reason, and so you'd end up losing it basically in a way because you were never going to get access to that map again. So I'm feeling so happy about the way that this world looks and how everything's coming along. Just a quick recap. I'm going to run over here to the build we completed in last episode. This is our inn that we built, and it is so funky fresh. I love it so much. It was 100%. Well, it wasn't 100% off the top of my head. There were some elements to it that I tried to keep from a previous build I did once, but it came out so different, and I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So this is what we built in last episode. It's funky and creative and kind of a departure from everything else going on in the valley, which is really cool. I mean, there are similar elements, there's lots of spruce going on, which is good. There's the oak beams. The oak beams are kind of the running theme. Pretty much everything has some form of oak beams in it. So that's kind of cool, actually. I never really thought about that being our running theme throughout the world. But so yeah, this is what we created, and it's awesome. It needs a path. That's something we need to do, and I think I want to get that done today. What I did in last episode, and if you haven't watched it, definitely go back and watch it, is I incorporated a bunch of replay mod footage, which I think really helped cut down on the time that the build took to record, I guess. Well, it took forever to record. It did end up being a longer episode, but it when I was editing it up, the amount of time that I spent building, the amount of recorded time I spent building, and the amount of final footage that went into the video was much less. So it made me realize that if I incorporate replay mod footage into my videos, I might be able to squeeze in a little bit more than I originally had thought I could get into an episode. And it has always been a little bit of a struggle when I'm recording. I'll hit usually I hit like about 4 hours, and that's usually when I know, okay, I'm gonna have to do some serious editing to get this down to 2 hours, which is usually what I shoot for, about a 2 hour long video. So yeah, so that's sort of what we're going for here. And so I'm thinking, in fact, I don't have it on, so let me start recording. So I'm thinking we're going to get a path done for this guy, and that is going to require a little bit of terraforming and a little bit of pathing, and we can also probably move this over. Yeah, I don't know that I need anything in here right now for the build. I mean, I might want to hang on to well, let's grab those last. So let's undo this little workstation area real quick. Just give me a moment. Okay, so we got our little workstation all cleaned up, which is feeling much better now, especially because I seem to have a knack for throwing those down right where I think I'm going to put a path. I don't know why, but so we're definitely going to want to do some pathing around here. I'm trying to think about what the best way to run the path is, especially because I don't know if I want to shave this layer back a little bit more. I'm like kind of okay with the path, with the route that is open here in between. Like, I think this is enough room, honestly. Maybe I'll shave it back just a little bit. That feels a little bit better. I think that was a good call. It just gives you a little bit more room, because I'm thinking about the way I like doing my paths and having the fencing and the leaves on either side. I think it just leaves a little bit more room. And then, so I'm thinking a path that goes this way and it comes this way, and we'll kind of wrap around, hit the door, and then wrap around and go to here. And then it has the option to go this way after that. And then I think it's going to connect somewhere around here to a path that goes this way. And I kind of love that the inn is sort of set back or set away from the rest of the sort of, I mean, at this point, we can kind of start calling it almost a village. I mean, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the composting house, 6 structures, 7 with the inn. So this is definitely starting to kind of feel a little bit more like a village than it is just like a compound. But I like that it's a little farther back, and that there's going to be able to be a road that goes right by it, and that road is going to be able to kind of go right through the valley off to there, because it's going to feel kind of like if you're traveling through this area, you can stop at the inn and you don't really need to go into like the town proper. You can just sort of stay on the outskirts and stay at the inn. So loving the way that feels. I think that's good. That was unintentional too. That was kind of me just overthinking where I wanted to put it, and ending up with it there. So yeah, so the path, let's start clearing some grass really quick. I know I just kind of grew some of that grass right there, but I was thinking path here. I can go this way. And perhaps, oops. And perhaps it goes down kind of around here-ish. And then syncs up with the rest of the paths here. So get the rest of that grass. Okay, so give me just but a moment to dig out this path. I also need to double check. Let's see. Let me quickly check if I have any smooth stone and any mossy cobble to do this with, because I need mossy cobble, gravel, smooth stone, and cobble. And I'm pretty sure I got plenty of cobble. Yeah, plenty of cobble. Let's see. We got plenty of mossy. We could use some more smooth stone. So while we're doing our thing with the path, let's get some smooth stone cooking up. And then gravel. We could use some more gravel too. I'm not quite sure where to get that. I'm trying to think of what I've seen in recent caves. I haven't been caving in a while, so I'm not 100% sure where to start searching for that. But let me dig out the area for the path, and we'll go from there. All right, so we've got the rough shape of our path in place. Let me see. Let me just take a look from above. Yeah, I think that's more or less what I was trying to do. I'm not going to go any further with this because there's really nothing to go over there unless I decide to build a path all the way to the zombie spawner, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I think we're looking good there. I think it's a good width. It's got a good kind of shape to it. So, all right, now let's start. We might need to do some exploring for some gravel at the very least. We also, I mean, look at this shovel. This shovel is looking rough. I might need to go spend some time at the zombie spawner really quick to repair up that shovel. So we're gonna have to do some running around and some kind of getting stuff sorted. Let's see. Let's throw down some stuff. I hope everyone's week has been going well. I know my last video was a little bit later than I anticipated. It's because I fell behind on my recording schedule, and then I tried to incorporate the replay mod footage into it, which I think was well worth it. Please let me know in the comments what you think about that, because I've been really trying to play with the ways to cut up the building process so that way it's not just you guys watching me place endless blocks and just kind of just being tedious about it. I mean, and please, again, yeah, let me know in the comments, because if you like just watching the slow process from my perspective of placing the blocks, like, I am more than happy to kind of go back to that system. It seems like people prefer the sort of cut up process where it's not just the individual blocks being placed and sort of the me starting it, me kind of thinking it through, me starting it, and then showing the finished product. And I liked incorporating the replay mod footage because now it's not me just cutting to me being done with it. It's oh, this was me doing it, you know, and I can show it super fast and from a sort of third person perspective. So I think that is a good change, and I've had the replay mod for a while and I just haven't been using it, and I don't know why I haven't been using it, because I think it's super cool. I mean, what it does is just like really awesome, so why not use it, you know? But yeah, I definitely want to know in the comments what you guys think about that kind of update to the system and how you're liking it. I think I'll try doing it for this video too, and if people are feeling a little off about it, I can go back to the other system, but I personally liked it. I thought it looked really good, so yeah. But the other reason I was off last week is because my recording schedule got off, and because I spent, normally I record on Saturdays and Sundays, my days off, and I get all the footage recorded, and then over the course of the week, Monday through Thursday, I do all the editing after work. And so that is my normal schedule. But last week, I assembled this. I got my partner a bookshelf for Christmas, and it was like this big, complicated, like rotating rolling bookshelf, and it took me probably about 6 hours to assemble. It was quite a process. It was very intense, and it didn't help because it was the reason it was so difficult is because when I opened the thing up, there were no instructions with it, and I was like, oh no, that's not good. And then I did eventually find this little slip of paper in there with the QR code, and it took me forever to realize that I had to scan that QR code, and that was the instructions. They were online. And then I pulled up the instructions online, and they were all in, I think it's Mandarin, I want to say. It was not in English, and there was no English translate option or anything. So I had to kind of deduce how to put together that bookshelf just purely based off of how the pictures looked, and then there was like extra parts, and then there were like wasn't enough parts, and there was like areas where it was supposed to have holes that it didn't have holes, and it was it was a whole freaking process, and bending over and twisting around so many different times to get all the pieces in place and get all the screws where they need to be. I basically threw my back out. And that's user error. I'm not even gonna say like, oh, that's because it was so poorly made. That I just have a bad back, and so I brought that upon myself. But it was quite a process, and that ate up my entire Saturday. And so I wasn't able to start recording until Sunday, and then I didn't get enough footage for the video until probably about Tuesday, and so I had to rush on Wednesday, Thursday to try to get it edited, and by like 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, when I was exporting replay footage, I was looking at my clock and I just kind of conceded. I was like, I'm not going to have this video ready in time, and that's okay, I want to try to keep to a consistent schedule. I would love to sort of have you guys be able to look forward to on Fridays, Otto's new video is going live. But it was definitely tricky to stick to that this particular week. So thank you for bearing with me. I know the video is worth it because I'm so happy with how the build came out. It is so cool, but it was definitely a little bit of a process getting there. So yeah. But I hope everyone else's week has been going good. I hope work's treating you well. I hope school's treating you well. Whatever you happen to be doing at this stage in your life. And yeah, just we'll all keep trucking on and doing our things. All right, let's get a path going. How about we do that really quick? All right, so we've got our path all set. Let's just take a look at it. Yeah, that looks good. I didn't put any leaves or a lot of fences. I tried to kind of go sparse with those right here and right here, because I do think at some point paths will go off from here and here. So I think I'm going to leave. I might end up even taking down those fences, but for now they're just kind of placeholders. But the rest of this looks really good. And in fact, I probably shouldn't have filled in this area because this is going to go that way too. But I think for the time being, it's fine. So, and then obviously we left this open just to kind of know that that's not completed. So it's feeling good, feeling fresh. I might throw in just a little bit over here. I feel like this is crying out for some leaves. Maybe even just like one like that. That might do it. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. So we got our path all set up and it looks really good. I'm so happy with it. And now we have now the inn is connected to the rest of this. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my god, that is feeling so cool. I gotta really start thinking about what's gonna go in the middle here. You know, we could build out more town spaces. Like one thing I was thinking is, the village is all the way over there. I don't feel like running all the way over there to get, enchanted books and do all my trades every time. It might be worth carting over some villagers and doing like a central ring of buildings that's like my villager setup, and then my base is sort of the outer ring. That could be kind of cool, but that's a down the road project. I don't feel like messing with villagers today. That's not on my agenda at all. So what kind of was on my agenda, something I sort of was thinking, well, I had two projects in mind, and I'm going to kind of decide right here now which one I want to work on. We could do the farmlands out a little bit more, which is this area, and let me fly out, is this area right here. And it's probably going to go out, if the path is going to run here, it'll probably go like, let me trace the line. This will be the farmlands area. And that could be a really good project. And I could probably get at least the farm area of it set up. Another thing I was thinking would be kind of cool for it is some windmills, which, thinking about the way everything in the base is facing and kind of the fact that all the buildings are going to end up facing this sort of central area of the valley, I was thinking if we put windmills, they'd be on this hill here and they would face this way, and that would look really cool kind of walking around the base. The other project, and maybe we can get up to both of them today, I don't know, we'll see how long whichever one we start is some sort of logging house, something that is built over here. I mean, I have to rethink this tree area. I'm not quite sure what to do with it. I said in last episode I might send it over the hill, and I always forget there's a whole freaking forest over here. I could have saved myself this huge, the other, like 2 or 3 episodes ago, I went way over there to cut down some trees, and I could have just come over here and cut down some trees. And this will be another cool area to expand on. What's going on here? Sorry, I know I'm kind of doing a little cheaty cheat by flying around, but that's cool. There's another cave there. So yeah, so we've got some stuff to do. This is a little awkward too. Oh, that's okay. I was wondering if that was like a terraforming project I had gotten like halfway through and stopped, but it doesn't look like it. So, okay, where am I? I flew so far away from myself. I don't even know. Well, let's just go back. Oh, we're in the farmlands. Okay. So yeah, maybe what we'll do is we'll just kind of fire away on the farmlands. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Is it like, somebody explain to me the frequency, please, in the comments. Explain to me the frequency at which these guys spawn and why I mean, I definitely get them at least 2 to 3 times an episode. Sometimes like once a Minecraft day, I've got one of these guys showing up, which is just absurd. Like too many times, guys. Seriously, take the hint. Like, I'm not interested. Let's see. Oh, another bottle of Bad Omen. Like, I don't already have like 10 of those. My god. I just can't. I just can't with them. So okay, let's do some thinking about what this area is gonna look like. Let me eat some food so I can run around. Alright, so if path, let me get over here so I can see. Alright, so if path is gonna run this way, I'm thinking path is literally gonna go down this hill and through this sort of notch in the hill / mountain. So path's gonna go this way, which means we have all this space to play with for the farmlands. And I don't want it to all be one level. I do kind of want to play with doing farms on different levels. so I don't want to get too intense about the terraforming. I think an obvious change is that we'll fill this in to this level here, so this is all super flat, and then we'll push this back a little ways, so this is a little bit better here. I don't know how intense I want to get into that though. So yeah, why don't I just start firing away on some terraforming, and we'll kind of see where I end up. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but I do want to kind of clean that area up. Not significantly, but enough to make it usable for some farms, especially because we've got beets, we've got pumpkins now, we've got cocoa beans, excuse me, we got cocoa beans, we have regular seeds, we have carrots, we have potatoes. Like, none of these crops are planted, and so it's about time that we get to really kind of forging away on that. So let me put some stuff down, and then I'll just start terraforming, and you guys will jump back in when I am done. All right. So we got some pretty significant terraforming done, actually. I might actually just shave this back really quick, too, just so that way it's kind of in line with the slope of this. And I know I said I wanted to do varying levels, but it kind of ended up being all one level. I was thinking this would be a good spot for a windmill, for sure. Like a windmill here, and possibly two more along this, like maybe one here, and maybe one like nestled in here. So we could do windmills along there. And one thing that actually could look really cool to kind of pull some of the farming up is we've got our wheat field here, and I was planning on doing all the other kinds of fields like in the middle or along here somewhere, but we could do another wheat field on this hill that would look super cool, sort of surrounding the windmills. So that would be super cool. And then we've got some space here. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, we've made so much of this one level. Maybe I should just flatten this to that level. I don't know though. I mean, I like it not being, oh my god, that wandering trader scared the living crap out of me. I like it not being all one level. Like, this does feel a little bit better than just one massive flat chunk. So I think I'm gonna leave that and see what I can do with that. I'm not sure what I want to plant there or how I want to handle that. So we're gonna just sort of let that ride for a bit. But let's shave back this layer, and then we might want to think about how a path is going to run along here, because I was thinking, if I shave this back here, maybe a path going like sort of along this would be kind of cool. And then it could loop back and possibly have some sort of junction with this path down the road. So yeah, so let's get going on that. You know what I'm realizing right now? So I just cleared off all the grass here. So this is nice and open, and this is great, actually. I think this is awesome. What I could do, one thing that'll be nice is I can branch this path off here and then have a path going here along here, and that's gonna give us, I love the idea of like lots of windy paths through the farmland, so that way you can go all these different directions and you can access all the different fields. I swear to god. Oh, it's a horse. Okay, I thought it was another pillager, and I almost just quit Minecraft. So I love the idea of lots of windy paths through the farmland so you can get to all the different areas. So a couple little things. Windmills here, I know I just said that, and windmills aren't going to have these paths. Windmills are going to have old school grass path grass pathing paths. That's the weird sentence, but yeah. So windmills will have those to kind of break it up a little bit, and we're thinking wheat field here. So with this wheat field and a big wheat field sort of surrounding the windmills, I think we're good on wheat. So that means that in the middle here, these bits in here, we're going to do our pumpkins, we're going to do our melons, we're going to do our carrots, and we're going to do our potatoes. We're going to do kind of a hodgepodge. So I think I need to start mapping out which areas are going to have which, and we'll have sugarcane and bamboo. But I think I need to start mapping out which areas are going to be which, and I might need to use my shovel a bit more for that. And as you can see, it's looking a little worse for wear. So I think I'm going to quickly go AFK. Oh my God, I said it again. I can't. I just can't. Why do I have to do everything so quickly? Oh my God. Oh, if you can't laugh at yourself, you know, who are you gonna laugh at? But I think I'm gonna go AFK over at the zombie farm for a little bit and just get this bad boy all repaired up and just do the rest of my tools too, just because I mean none of them are as bad as the shovel, but it needs some help. So I'm gonna go do that for a bit, and I will cut you guys back in when we are planning out some fields. Okay, so we've got everything all repaired up to full with my gear. So we are good to go and just fire away on building and getting everything all set. So I think actually the first thing I want to do is break down these little bits, just because I don't think this is where these are gonna live, and having them here is gonna mess with my flow of planning. So let's just get rid of this bamboo. Okay, that's all good. Let's just grab it all up. Just a little bit. There we go. And let's clear out the sugarcane. And I don't have any dirt on me, so I gotta grab some dirt so that way I can fill in these water channels that we've got here. So I'm gonna drop these off and then grab some dirt. All right, so we got those taken care of. Yeah, this is looking good. I'm trying to think about what's kind of the shape of things. I know I want a path branching off here, and I know I want a path going around here. I'm thinking of some kind of retaining wall along here too. So let me quickly sleep. I think the retaining wall might be a later project. I'm not gonna get myself too concerned with that. I think today is actual farmlands and windmills. I think those are the two most important things to get done today. So why don't we quickly map out... Oh my God. I can't. I just can't. It's oh God, it's like when you try to stop yourself from saying a word, like a specific word, and you just start noticing how much more you say it, and it's just a self-defeating. Oh God, I don't even know what to do with it anymore. I think we're just gonna have to concede that I do everything super quick, just super quickly, and that's just the way it happens on this channel. We do everything super quickly. I don't know. It's probably my anxiety. Just get it done quick. Get it done quick. But yeah, so my idea was just to quickly, oh my God, was just to quickly map out. I can't. Was was just to map out the paths so that way I knew where the fields could go. So I'm just gonna dig these out and make some rudimentary sort of paths. I don't even think I'm gonna fill them in right now because I don't know that I have enough mossy cobble, I think, to do it. So we're probably going to need to make a quick adventure to the taiga or the old growth so that way we can get some mossy taiga or mossy taiga. Whoa, weird. Mossy cobble. God, I am really struggling to speak today. I had this is now the second day of recording for me. The first section of the video that pretty much just ended and restarted and started at this bit was the first day, and I had a great night of sleep and I was super well rested for that. But last night was a little bit rough. Our dog, Valerie, who I love dearly and is the sweetest little thing, she gets these panic attacks sometimes at night. She'll start to shake and just like be totally Velcro dog, like inseparable, like won't let you leave. And when I went up to bed last night, I usually stay up pretty late on my weekends. I'm usually going to bed around midnight or 1, sometimes even later, depending on the night. But when I went up to bed last night, she started kind of freaking out. And I got to bed, and then she broke through the little dog gate that we have for her, and she came upstairs and came into the bedroom and just started just being crazy and anxious. And so I had to bring her back downstairs and sort of calm her and soothe her, and then she came back upstairs again, and then I was just awake and I couldn't fall back asleep, and so I got kind of a rough night of sleep last night. So my brain's at possibly 20, not 20, that's not bad, that's not the right amount, but like 60% capacity right now. So I'm doing it, and I'm here, and I'm gonna get done what I can get done. There might be some odd decisions in this episode that I might need to take back, but all right, let's see how this is looking. I think I'm okay with it going just like this way now. And then maybe from this spot we can have, or maybe from like here we can go this way too. I'm also okay with these paths being a little bit, because I've noticed over the time of me like making these paths, they're getting kind of wider, I feel like, because these ones are sort of narrow, and then around here and especially this one's much wider, and I'm okay with there being some varying widths to the paths. But I think it needs to kind of have a little bit of a justification or purpose to it. And I'm definitely okay with these ones being a little bit more narrow because they're going through the farmlands, and so they would be smaller in order to not like interrupt the crops. I say that, but I feel like that needs to go. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, cool. And then maybe this needs to go back a little bit, and then this needs to fill in. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, we're good there. We're good there. The only other thing is like these two can go. Okay. And maybe those, because it's like a junction, so it's okay for that to be a little wider. So okay, so we've got our paths all laid out, or at least the main two. I think if I put one here, I don't need to really think about like it's gonna border this bit of this layer of dirt here, so I don't need to worry about where that one's gonna go in terms of planning where fields are gonna go. So Now I say we can just start kind of planning out some crop fields. So I think, and I know I've done this like 100 times, I think I need to move this well because it's gonna kind of get in the way. Let's grab some buckets really quick. I don't know, guys. Do we splurge on a diamond hoe for this? I think we do. I think we do. I think it's going to be worth it to not have to go running back every, you know, so often to get a new hoe. Here we go. We did it. We splurged on it. Oh, we have 30 levels too. Should we try enchanting this? I don't know. Is that a waste? That feels like a waste. I don't think I need to enchant a diamond hoe. Alrighty. And I like the way I did this field where there's kind of a gap between the path and the field, so that way I can put what's it called, fences and leaves in between. I kind of got it sort of narrow here, and I might end up even knocking back a little bit of this field here just so that way this has got a little bit more breathing room. But I think that's the way I want to play it for these guys as well. So let's grab some water. And I don't know, probably right about here. Let's see where that gets us. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's perfect. That's good. Obviously, we're going to give this a little more shape, but just to get the general plot in place. Yeah, that's perfect. It's got like a nice shape to it. Kind of a bean thing going on. I like it. And so that takes care of one farm plot. I'm trying to think about what so we've got carrots, potatoes. Oh, I forgot about beetroots, beets, pumpkins, and melons. So that's 5. We need five plots. And I'm okay with all these plots and not being that big just because I don't really use vegetables very often. This is mostly aesthetic. I mean, the biggest thing that I use is wheat, and this field already is more than enough. So, like, the field that's going to go around the windmills is going to be purely aesthetic. I don't ever really plan on harvesting that. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, we want to put it here. Oh. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gives us enough room to do like a stone wall in between the two. All right, another good field down. And now let's do one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just can't. Like, I just can't. If they want to come over here, sure, fine, we'll fight. But I'm not doing it. Like, not today. I've had so many of those guys. It is absurd. Kill the wandering trader, please. Just if you do that, I'll thank you. But just don't mess with me anymore. My God, is that normal? I mean, I haven't played single. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, I haven't played a lot of just straight up single player in a long time. So I don't know if it's normal to get those guys. I mean, once a day probably is where we're at this point. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. All right, how we looking? How we looking? I think we're looking good. These don't need to be, again, these don't need to be huge fields, and there's definitely going to be a lot of details around them, like kind of stone walls and trees and grass and flowers and smaller paths that kind of lead to them and through them and around them. So I think we're good with the size of those fields. I'm quite pleased with that. So now we're gonna just, I mean, the thing is we're not gonna have these filled in right away because I think I only have like 2 carrots and maybe like a handful of potatoes. So let's quickly check where we're at with those. Plant stuff. All right, so we got 3 carrots. We got 14 potatoes. That's not bad. And we got 6 beetroot seeds. So let's get these planted so that way we can start filling up those fields. Thinking carrots here. Thinking potatoes in the middle. And then beetroots over here. And I'm okay with beetroots. This one, it does seem kind of like the smaller of the 3 patches. And I think that's okay. That's fine with me for for beetroots. Just because I of all the vegetables, beetroots are probably the ones that I use the least. So cool stuff. Cool stuff. Now let's set up our, I'm thinking melons and pumpkins over here. Ugh, God, just let's see. Ow. All right. My God, seriously, what do we got? Another Bad Omen 5. That's gotta be our 10th Bad Omen bottle that we've got. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am so over those guys. I just can't deal with them anymore. There's way too many of them. It's way too often. It is getting tiresome. So, all right. So, and maybe bamboo and sugarcane here. Thing about bamboo, sugarcane's fine. Bamboo just grows so tall that it kind of looks a bit cumbersome. Maybe I'll save bamboo and sugarcane for some automated farms down the road. I mean, why don't we plant some here so that way we know we have a supply going forward, but I think down the road we'll probably uproot that and do a automated farm with them. So let's clear out some of this grass. And we know we're putting our path here, so let's not get too close to that edge. Probably about here. Oh, I need water. Yeah, that's probably good. Can I fall in there? There we go. All right, let's grab some water. That'll be a cute little pumpkin patch, and then, or melon patch. I'm not sure which one. And then another patch right here. Great. Awesome. Yeah. All right, so we've got carrots, potatoes, beets, pumpkins, melons. And then this leaves this open for some other stuff. I don't know what else we can grow. I think that's everything. So let's get some pumpkins planted and some melons planted. All right, feeling good, feeling good. I know it doesn't look like much, but I was able to get quite a few pumpkin seeds ready. Don't have nearly as many melon seeds, but that will obviously improve as we grow more of them. So that's looking funky fresh. I'm loving it. So now, I mean, I guess the question is, do we start detailing the fields themselves, like the crop plots? I think that might be the move. Just get them looking good. So let's grab some stone stuff. I was thinking stone walls around each one, and not just the little wall block, but a stone wall made of sort of varying different blocks. So slabs, stairs, actual blocks. And I'm thinking I want to stick to cobblestone mostly. Maybe sprinkle in a little bit of diorite. I'm not diorite, andesite. And we can put down the buckets in the hoe. And the stupid... Let's see. We have 10 banners. I've definitely killed more pillagers than that. And we have, what is that? 2, 4, 5. Wait, no, that's 4. That's 6. That's 9, and now 10. We have 10 bad omen bottles. Just wholly and completely unnecessary. All right. And we don't have to go all the way around each of these fields with them. I think it's okay to have a portion of it open, so that's like the way you would get into it. So for here, because I think the natural path is to go in this way, I think I might start the wall somewhere around like this area. Oh my god! I don't have words. This has gotta be like, this is this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna lead you guys away from the fields, because I don't feel like having you guys trample my fields. Come over here. Come over here. Another bad omen. Thank God it doesn't give you the potion effect anymore, because if I had to be dealing with that every time I had to fight one of those guys, I would be absolutely losing my mind. Yeah, that's more or less what I was looking for. There are some bits where I think I went, like this could be brought down. That looks a little awkward. I actually think the rest of it looks okay. The other thing I wanted to incorporate in, I've been seeing some other content creators do this, and I think it looks really good. Is whoops, oh no, is some spruce fences. And while we're here, let's quickly make a few more diorite stairs. Oh, I keep calling it diorite. I mean andesite. Oh, and let's do few more mossy cobble slabs. Gonna need more than that. And stairs. Hopefully that gets us there. We still have quite a few of these to go, so I might end up needing to take my adventure to the taiga to get the more mossy cobble. So alrighty. And then last but not least, I should have grabbed these while I was over there. Oh, they're in here. Some leaves. Really give it that overgrown feel to it. So, and I think I'm going to put those on the inside here. There we go. That looks great. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. I think we're looking really fresh. And that's the template that I'm going to follow to do the rest of these. So, yeah, I'm going to plug away at that. And we're going to get some more stone walls up around these fields. Feeling good. Look at that. Look at these two, especially right next to each other. They look awesome. I am so pleased with that. Okay, great. So I think I'm looking. Oh, no, I'm looking a little sparse on a couple resources that I think I need. So I'm going to do a little bit of resource gathering. I'm going to have to go on a bit of an adventure to get some more mossy cobble. And then I'm also going to have to go get some more andesite, I think, because I'm pretty low on that. And then we can finish this up. So let me put down some stuff, and we'll get going on that. Is that a black dog? I have never seen that before. Kind of freaky looking, honestly. Although I sort of want it because my dog at home is all black like that. That would be super cool. I don't have any bones on me, unfortunately. Sort of just staring me down with those haunting white eyes. I mean, I know I can tell that there's supposed to be black in the middle there, but just because of the way it's colored, it's a little freaky. All right, we are back. That was quite a productive little mission. We got a ton of mossy cobble, and I also grabbed as much andesite and gravel as I could, as well as some coarse dirt, so we can do some pathing and get that all sort of sorted out. So that's all good. Let me put some of this stuff down really quick. All right, how we looking? How we looking? Ooh, yes. Look at this. This looks fantastic. These guys ended up a little close to each other, and it's not ideal, but I think it's okay. I also left them open on both sides, so no matter which side of the path that you're on, you can get into them. So I think that was kind of worth doing. Um, but they've got, a lot of texture, a lot of height and variance to them. I think they're looking so good, and it really makes it feel like more full than just a sort of plot of crops. I think one thing I'm going to quickly do is put in a retaining wall here that's of the same style, and maybe wrap it around a little bit on each side, so that way this feels similar. It's not just this flat layer of crops sitting here. So let me quickly do that. All right, so we've got our fields, I think, all set. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh my god. That looks so good. I threw in a little bit here too, just to kind of make it so that way it sort of wraps all the way around and it's not just like one little bit. There was room for it too, so I figured I'd throw it in. This looks great. This all looks great. It looks a little bit funky right now, and not funky fresh, just funky, because there's no grass or trees and the paths are sort of bare. There's nothing going on there. So I think we're definitely getting there. I don't necessarily think this whole farmlands project will be completed today. I wanted to move on to doing the windmills quickly. I wanted to harvest all these guys and expand. Let's grab all the potatoes and let's throw these bad boys down. Oh, not what I wanted. Okay, so I harvested and replanted everything, so we have a little bit more of each. The potatoes are getting there, the carrots are kind of still sparse, and the beets are sort of getting there. Melons and pumpkins look good. We had a decent amount of each of those seeds. When I harvest some melons, I might throw a few here. Um, but yeah, I mean, that is some incredible progress so far. I'm feeling super good about it. I think the next project is to jump on some windmills, which I think is going to require a little bit of wood harvesting, because I'm pretty sure we're not super flush on wood. Let me just double check really quick. Oops, I keep doing that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, we're pretty low on spruce. We're doing all right on oak. So that's actually great news, because the oak is the sort of the pain in the butt one to harvest. I can harvest a decent amount of spruce pretty quickly, just because of how those trees grow. So let me empty my pockets and then grab some spruce, and we will fire away on some windmills. All right, so we got some spruce wood. I got about 4 stacks. Yeah, about 4 stacks. And feeling pretty good about it. I'm gonna grab some stuff. Let's see. Some chests. No, I just need to. And that. And some scaffolding. And we got some stone. I'm kind of thinking I was sort of trying to think about what the block palette should be for the windmills, and we did andesite, mossy cobble, and cobble on these. We did andesite, mossy cobble, and cobble on those. So I think that might be the theme for the farmland is andesite, mossy cobble, and cobble. So that's what I grabbed for the base of the windmills. So I think we're good there. I think the wood, I think we have everything to get sort of the structure in place. I'm gonna go over here to the farthest one. The one we're gonna throw down over here. And let's clear some space. And I don't really have a defined plan for what these are gonna look like. Go figure, I don't have a plan. But I think they're not gonna be huge, they're gonna be tall enough to sort of make a statement, but they're not gonna be gigantic. Let's go over here actually. And that, and the stone cutter, although I don't know how much I'm gonna be using a stone cutter for this. And let's throw down everything in here really quick. Okay. Put on our bed. And actually, I forgot barrels, so let me grab those. Getting a little crowded in here. Might be time to kind of thin the herd a bit. Yeah. Probably time to do away with some of those cows. And then let's do some sheep too. Because we're going to need a pretty decent amount of wool for this. Okay. Sheep are sorted. Oh, I had a pair of shears in here. Well, that's fine. Alright, so we got our barrels. We got our wool. I don't know if that'll be enough wool. Depends on how big I make these blades. Or sails. Or... God, what do you call them? Mill? No, not mills. That's nope. I don't know what to call them, but you know what I mean. The spinny parts. Yeah, that's technical. Okay. So how do we want to do this? Let's see. Thinking probably around here. Feel good? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that big enough? Maybe 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I always do that on the last one. I'm almost there and then I mess it up. I don't know, is that too big? I mean, I am gonna have to get some of these on the. I think it is too big. I think we should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's the move. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can take these down. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I was thinking that I would set the walls one out. So it'd be kind of like that. So they're kind of round, you know, it makes it feel like a rounder shape. So I think that's good. Oh, I'm gonna need more of that. Let's grab some oak. Cool stuff, cool stuff. And then let's fill these in the rest of the way. Awesome. Looking good so far. I think I want to grab some stairs because I want to put like a mini roof on this. Let's grab some of those. Running a little low on some stairs, so let's turn these into some stairs. That should be more than enough for this bad boy. And then what happened to my, oh, there's my shovel. For a second I got a little scared. I was like, where's my shovel? Okie dokie. I'm gonna have to see what it looks like once the rest of it's built, because this almost feels like a little bit much, and I'm wondering if I could get away with having these corners not be here. But let's keep forging away. You know what I just realized I need is some deep slates. So I'm gonna grab that. Okay, okay. All right, it's looking good so far. I'm actually wondering if I should ditch these slabs and kind of just bring it straight up from there. I don't know. Because normally, so what I have done, this is kind of a variation on a classic that I do. Although also I think I make the base a little taller. But what I do is I build this round bit for the bottom and I make it 5 by 5. And then in the middle, there's a 3 by 3 square. And you go up with that and you get like kind of the tower bit of the windmill, and then you put kind of like a slightly larger top on it, and then you have the windmill bit sticking off. So Why don't we stick with that? And if it doesn't look good, we can always change it. So, all right. I don't have any dirt. Of course I don't have any dirt. All right, so we grab some dirt. All right, how high do we want to make this bad boy? Oops, not what I wanted. Oh, I should grab that. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How high? Oh, that's 8. Okay, how high is that? Honestly, I think it could go higher just to be proportionally. Maybe we go to 11. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's too high, I think. I think 9's probably the magic number. So I think that was 2. Especially because it will have a roof on it that will go make it even higher. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 9. I think that's tall enough. I don't think we need to go higher than that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think that's tall enough. I think that with a roof on it, that's gonna feel pretty tall. So, oh, look at it. Well, the light hits it. So I'm trying to think now about kind of palette and what I want to do this out of. There's a part of me that wants to strip the oak and then also do stripped spruce beams. I think that could look kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, again, we can always try it and see how it looks. And if it doesn't look good, we can change it. Huh. I think it does look pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. That's different than anything else I've done for like a windmill kind of build. Oh, I need to get the ones below too. All right, looking fresh, looking kind of good. I'm liking it. I'm definitely thinking what would look good here is some oak fences. I think that would kind of add to that a little bit, kind of like support beams built in to sort of, I don't know, help stabilize it. Now we just need to get a roof on this bad boy. And we need the stairs again. And we've got all the deep slate pieces still. And we might want to make a little bit of deep slate tile blocks. And ditch those. Okay. How are we looking? Ooh. I think I just need to knock one block off of that. And then I think it's good. Yeah. And I need to do something with this, because this is a little too much. So let's just knock the block off of here. Okay. And then let's get down very carefully. Whoa. Whew. Oh, well, I tried. Almost didn't take any fall damage. Almost feel like I could put that block back now, actually. I mean, I don't know. It's not really supposed to be like a towering spire roof, you know? I kind of wanted it to be a little simpler. I think what I could do is I could knock off these slabs. And then I'm trying to think about something I can do to sort of mesh it into this bit here, because this feels like sort of a weird transition. I mean, we might leave it for now. I think we're going to leave it for now. I might jump up there quickly and knock those slabs off, because I think that'll help give it the little bit of extra shape that it needs. So I'll just do that. You know what's going to fix it? Is a wall and a fence. That's what's going to make that work. So we're not going to worry about that right now. That's almost more of a detailing element. So now we need to figure out what we're doing with this bottom part. I mean, is it even just knocking these off? Okay, it's definitely better. I'm wondering if I change this corner block out on each of these with a slab, if that might do it. Or, I mean, or just knock it out entirely. Like, I don't even know that we need that block. Yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Okay. Almost wondering if it should all be spruce. I don't know. I think to keep it consistent, I'm going to leave it as deep slate down here. And we're going to see how that sits. We are going to have to do something funky with this if we want that that oak fence to connect correctly. But that's a detailing issue. Okay, I think we can put the blades on this bad boy. Probably want it here. I think it has to come out. It has to come out at least 2 to clear the roof, or the roof line there. Next we gotta decide what kind of shape we want for these. You know, there's a classic shape. There's kind of just the diagonal. And what we want to build them out of. Do we want to just do them out of fences? Let's see if that's a good height. Yeah, that's a good height for sure. That's perfect. Kind of. Okay, so I have an idea. Let's see if it works. How does that look? Oops. Like lengthwise. Okay, I think I know what to do with this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, is it that way or is it the other way? Oh boy, that looks terrible. That looks, that's not what I was hoping for. I mean, we can kind of make it better if we do that and that. That does make it better. It's almost too long now, though, with that bit sticking off. Here, what if we did... that. Okay. It's getting there. I think it just needs a little more. I think I need to go like 2 blocks out with the wool. I swear, I've done windmills before. This is not the first time, although evidence to the contrary. What if I just knock 1 block off of here and here? I'm gonna need to get back up there. Whoa, whoa, oh my god. Oh! That was not good. Where is my steak? Here we go. I think I can put this block back. Yeah, I think I can put that block back and we'll be fresh. We'll be doing some funky fresh stuff. It still doesn't look right. That block, like, messed it up and made it worse. Ooh. Alright, so I went out on kind of a limb here and tried dark oak instead. And I do think it looks better. It's got much more of a contrast going on, which I think, I mean... even from back here, there's kind of like a structure to it. I also have to remember that windmills always look kind of weird when you only have 1 blade on them. So I'm pretty much happy with the way this looks. I'm gonna put the rest of them on, and if they need editing, we're gonna go from there. But I think we're nearing in on the way I want it to look. So. There we go. There we go. Yes. Yes. Okay, so one thing I changed quickly was I got rid of, oh, I gotta grab that piece of wool. I got rid of the wool touching the center, and I just filled it in with fences, and I think that sort of made it happen. It also, it's like I said, wait, let me just make sure. That one's going that way, that one's going that way. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I think I did this one wrong. Gotta go. Yeah, it's gotta go the other way. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well I'll fix that. And that will probably make it look even better. So let's quickly fix that. There we go. Oh, I still gotta get that piece of wool. But look at that. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's it right there. They're the perfect length too. They don't throw off the balance of the build. The dark oak was such a good move. I think it makes it really pop. And then just having those little bit of fences there, I think we are good. Let's get some details on this. Let's grab that piece of wool. All right, we got that piece of wool. Oh, look at, wait. Oh, the light's gonna hit it. Oh, yeah. Yup. We're good. We got a windmill. And I love it, and I think it looks so good. Oh my god, that could not have come out better. Oh, I gotta get rid of that scaffolding, but I gotta get back up there, actually, so that's good to have. Okay, so let's get some detail stuff going on in this. So, first things first, let's pop that. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with oak, because I think we're doing more oak fencing stuff around this bad boy. Let's make some. Gonna need at least 3 for all the builds. All right, and then let's get up there. You. Beautiful. While we're going down this bit. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. I could not be happier with that. I honestly think we nailed it, especially with just that little bit on the top, this little bit now on the top. It's exactly the right height. And I put this in right here to kind of start mapping that out. I think I have an idea how to connect that too. So we're gonna get some oak planks out, and we're gonna get some trapdoors. You're gonna trapdoor this up. Oh. Get back over there. Yeah, that looks good. I'm almost wondering if I should do it up top too. I think that might look good. I think I should. So, ooh, yeah. Yep, that's perfect. That's great. I love it. I honestly don't think we need to go too crazy with the details on this thing. I'm thinking maybe 2 windows in each on each side, and maybe just give them like a little awning, or yeah, like a little awning, and then get the fences in on each of the corners with the trapdoors and everything, and then just a little bit of detailing around the base, and we should be good to go on that. Okay, we got our windows in place, but I'm not kind of like not feeling them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll look better when I get some details put in them. Let's throw some stuff up and around them. Yeah, that's better. Yep. Yep, that looks much better now that there's little details around them. So that feels good. Awesome. All right. I mean, the last thing, well, no, we got to do the ground floor. So let's do that. Also, don't think those windows need to be too high. I think they can all be just one little guys. Okay. And then some spruce. And throw some of these bad boys. That gonna be too much? I kind of like the idea of this having lots of extra supports though, and sort of feeling really solid. No, I don't think that's too much. No. No, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. What might fill... Well, no. Let's not go too crazy because I always forget that leaves are a thing, and I think some leaves kind of growing up along the sides of these windows will help fill it in really nicely. So I think we're good there. I honestly think it might be done. The last thing to quickly do is throw in a floor. And she, I believe, is done. Look at that. Look at that. That is fantastic. I know I keep saying it, but I could not be happier with how that turned out. I love building windmills, and I wouldn't say I'm super great at it, but I have a knack for it, I'd say. So I did all these right? Yeah, I think I did all those right. It looks right. So cool stuff. All right, so now we've just got to do it 2 more times. And it's going to be much easier these next 2 times because I'm working off of a template. I know I want to do this exact same thing 2 more times. So I'm going to just crush that really quick. And it's probably not going to be really quick for me. It's probably going to be like an hour or so, but I'm just gonna get that out of the way, and I will give you guys some lovely replay footage or something of it, and we'll have that to kind of go on. So awesome. All right. Okay, so I just stopped for a minute to get some more deep slate, and I figured why not come down to the strip mine and try for diamonds while I'm doing it. And look at that. Good stuff. Cool stuff. Awesome. Ooh, it's a big pocket of them. Let's go. Let's go. Is that 8? I got 8 diamonds? Oh my god, that's amazing. On our way to some diamond armor for sure. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible. Any more? Really need to get fortune on this pickaxe. That's a must. 14. Hell yeah. All right. Guys, I think we are done. We got all 3. And I know they're not perfectly lined up in terms of spacing. It's just this part, there was this kind of flat area that was just begging. It was begging for um a windmill to be built on it. So I decided to put it there, and I think it's okay. I'm not horribly perturbed by it. I was never going to get the distribution of the 3 of them together like perfect anyways, so I think it's okay. I also, when I was running through the fields a couple times, decided to plant a few trees just to give the farmlands kind of a little bit of an overgrown feel to it. So I think that's starting to look really good. And so I think the last project that I want to finish up for today's episode is going to be just finally laying in the paths. I know I just laid these out, but it looks really funky not having them in, and I think it's going to really fill out the area and make it feel sort of complete. And we might be closing in on the end here. So let me jump into doing that, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, I think we are looking good on our farmlands project. It feels so good over here. This was such an empty, blank area, and now it is something fresh. I think just for the sake of seeing how much work we got done today, I'm gonna throw up an image of it before we started doing this work and after. I mean, just just look at it. It is just fantastic. I love it. Obviously the plots aren't totally full and I could go through and harvest them and replant them, but I'm going to do that off camera. I'm not going to I feel like this episode has already gone on long enough, so well, depending on how I edit it, but we've got our windmills in place. We've got our I mean, look at that. That is just fantastic. I might even just, I know I do this like every time, but I might even grab my screenshots right now just because it is so awesome. I might want to get down lower, or maybe, oh, that's inside a tree. I don't know. There's an angle here somewhere, or it's the other way. I don't know, but I'm not gonna mess with that now. But yeah, so we are feeling good about the farmlands. We're feeling good about our food production. Our newcomer is definitely feeling like he has set up this area and has started to really carve out a life here. I think probably next might be, I mean, if he's thinking sort of logically, he's got a reliable, sustainable source of food. He's got all the gear and safety that he could need. I think next is probably getting him some actual friends by bringing some villagers over here. I really don't want to do that because I just hate dealing with villagers, and I was hoping to be able to find some rails first, but we might just have to get some over here to kind of fill the area out a little bit. But yeah, all right. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for joining me on our farmlands adventure while we got everything all set up. Definitely let me know in the comments what you liked about the video, what you might do differently. I'm always open to critique. I'm always open to new ideas. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun today. I've had a great time doing all this, and I will see you guys in the next one.